What's up, everybody? My name is Tyler Denham. I'm a paramedic firefighter captain with Northern Lakes Fire. I've been working there for 18 years, 10 years of that as a paramedic. And today we're going to go over my medic kit that Dan keeps in his truck at all times. We've got trauma shears. Looks like kind of separated into different categories. This is all trauma. So this is self-adhesive roll with a finger splint in case you break a finger. Got a nice cold pack, triangle bandage. I would like to see 2 in there. It's nice that they have everything sealed up, but it's got what's in here on the back. So this got the whistle, pen light, tweezers, thermometer covers. So that's cool. Wound closures. So like what you would think of as butterfly band-aids. They call it skin glue here, but it's basically super glue. If you cut yourself, that would be super handy. This would be for a little bit bigger. They basically 2 adhesive patches. You got tape, Curlex. That's all wound care stuff. This is all Airway. NPAs. You got 2 different sizes. If you don't know how to use them, don't use them. These are chest seals. This would be definitely if you're a rifle hunter. If somebody is, they're mainly for chest punctures, gunshots, that sort of thing. Slap that right over the hole, occludes it. It's super important for those. Again, if you don't know how to use them, look it up on YouTube. Go to mymedic.com. They've got how-to videos on all of this stuff. So that's the more important thing, is if you're gonna have this stuff, you got to know how to use it. If you use it incorrectly, that could cause more damage than good. So make sure you know how to use it before you do. Sanitizing wash. This is a very simple CPR shield, although even for first responders, they're going away from doing ventilations. If you have somebody who's down, right now the main guideline is to push hard and fast on the chest, and you're going to do chest compressions only until you can get a better airway. You don't want to stop compressions to do airway things. Just do compressions until you get more advanced help there. Sting relief, antiseptic wipes, cleaning up wounds, light stick, emergency survival blanket just in case. So that would be if you have somebody who has severe hemorrhage, they lost a lot of blood before you were able to stop it, you got to keep them warm. Medications. This is a list of all the medications that's there. You're going to want to look up each one of those, know what they're for, and any contraindications of giving them. Glucose. This works pretty good. 15 grams of glucose if you've got a diabetic or somebody that's low on sugar. You can give them that. In the front here, a rapid tourniquet. I've never used this one. Directions are on the back. Directions are on the back. I'm going to put this through, and then you're going to wrap underneath. Then you want to get a good band of material around, and you're going to want to get it tight like so, and then you would check distal pulse, or if he's bleeding, you would just tighten it up just enough to stop the bleeding, and that's it. Gloves, both size large, should fit most people. Some burn dressings. This would be for a smaller burn. If you're seriously burned and having to go to the hospital, you don't want to put any burn ointment on before you get to the hospital, because they're just going to have to clean all of that out. Anyway, it's going to be very painful. But if you get a small burn, you're not going to the hospital. This will help relieve the pain and help it heal faster. Super Skin blister helps with your blister. If you do get a blister, helps it not be so painful in your boots. Quick Clot. Okay, this is like basically impregnated gauze with Quick Clot in it. Helps if you've got a severe bleeding. stick that on, direct pressure, and then wrap it up. It'll help it stop faster. More gauze, different sizes. Oh, this is a special gauze for wound packing. You're definitely going to want to look up a video on that before you try that in the field. And then this is a pressure bandage. You're also going to want to look that up because each pressure bandage is different, and it does have directions on the back, but you're going to want to watch a video on that because those are both a little bit different to try and do in the field. But we don't want to open these up because once you open them, they're not very useful anymore. These help keep them clean and sterile, especially this one, because you're actually going to pack this right into a wound. If you get a big laceration somewhere you can't put a tourniquet, you're going to wound pack, and that's what this is for. And you want to keep that clean. You also want to keep track of how many you stuff into that wound so you can tell the hospital, so when they're pulling them out to fix the actual bleeding in the ER, they'll make sure they get all of that packing out. You can carry all the fancy cool gear, but if you don't know how to use it, it really doesn't do anything for you. So you can get online, go to MyMedic's website and look up all the tutorials on how to use everything that's in their pack. Do that before you get out in the backcountry because time matters back there. If your buddy is bleeding, you got to stop the bleed fast because we can't put the blood back into his body. Once it's gone, it's gone. You got to know how to stop the bleed anywhere on the body with whatever it is that you are carrying specifically. So know your gear, know what you carry, know how to use it. If you're not carrying like a specific tourniquet, know how to improvise one. Make sure you know that stuff before you go in because you don't want something bad to happen to your buddy and you not know how to help him. The most common things we see in the backcountry are punctures, stab yourself with your knife, cut yourself, those types of things. And then the next one is breaks from falls. I fell down in the backcountry, broke my leg. It's very important that you have a plan to get out, whether that's in reach, know where you have cell service, know where you don't, some sort of GPS beacon, whatever brand that floats your boat, and that's what you like. Make sure it works, check it before you leave, let people know where you're going, who you're going with, when you'll be back, all those things, so that if something bad happens, you have a plan to get home safely.